I was lucky enough as a kid through my parents to get introduced to the backcountry. Just got hooked on it from that moment forward. I knew that the mountains were where I'm supposed to be. My original business was snowcat skiing. I helped start the industry in 1979, and that company's still going, and stepped back from that industry about 10 years later. I had just some other commitments in my life, 2 young kids, but you know, it's there, you can't let it go. The boys were old enough to know what their career path is going to be, and they had already been hooked on the mountains, didn't have any choice, really. But anyway, so, you know, I went to them and said, you know, we got to get back into this industry because there's lots of opportunity there, and it's definitely mission-driven. We love being here ourselves, but we all get it that the real kick is to bring people back and give them the opportunity to share what we love. It was really important that Jason and Paul step into the process, and of course my wife Barbara. Actually, Paul said it best. You know, when I asked him the question, you're going to be involved in this, Paul said, well, Dad, if you're not going to do it, I'm doing it. So, I mean, and there's no way Paul's doing it without me, right?
Family business is what you would expect. There's lots of good times, some hard times, but, you know, I don't think you could pick a better group of people to work with than your family, so.
When we flew this one for the first time, it really jumped out at us. We knew it was going to have that stunning Rockies background to it. We also knew it had tons of snow. We also knew it had tons of lakes and glaciers and just mind-boggling scenery. And we flew around all of the 5 valleys that are part of our tenure here and inventoried the whole thing. When we came over the ridge, the pilot, he just said, and we all agreed, this is where you put your lodge. We landed down in here and stomped around for several hours, all in different directions, had no idea where anybody was, but we were just so excited because we knew this was the spot, and then you go after it. We knew in the marketplace that there's a real range of products, primarily driven by group size. And from an environmental perspective, and also from a personal perspective, we want to be a small group ambiance. So we designed a lodge, Mallard Mountain Lodge, that is for 7 guests. And that's unique in the industry.
Part of the things that separate us is that we are as remote as we are. We really just don't see anybody. A lot of the area has never been explored, never been skied, never hiked before. And we offer that in a small group, right? We really want people to have that experience to themselves. I definitely think that's something that's unique to us.
If people want a little bit more rigorous, we can give that to them, but we're very sensitive to what people want in the group, and we'll, you know, peel off and do different things with different people sort of in the same location, just so people get challenged as much as they want, a little bit of adventure, leaving their comfort zone a little bit, but not to the point where they're frightened or pulling back.
Our biggest goal is bringing people out here, right? And letting people kind of share the experience with us.
I laugh every time somebody comes to a place like the Mallard Lakes up in the meadows up there, or Simpson Lake over the Call. I just know we're going to be there for a while. And it's fun. I just sit down and let people roam around, and that's the kick for us. We're very remote here. We're industry unique remote. I mean, we're a 30-minute heli flight. That was, again, quite deliberate. We wanted people to go through that process of removing themselves from all of the business life that is, of course, important to them, but let's just step back here for a minute. It's really fun just to see people react, whether it's hiking, you know, the grin on the face at the end of a ski run. Sometimes it's just hanging out at the lodge. We just enjoy standing back and watching them just react, right? Guests get it because I think we live it, that we're really, as a family, here to let you enjoy this spot.